Thanks very much, guys. Yes, the scene set perfectly by the analyst desk. mousesports have managed to create an opportunity to throw the knockout blow on Overpass.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting to burn the midnight oil, but I know you're still with us. It's mousesports starting on the CT side here. Astralis with their backs to the wall, missing two vital ingredients in the previous map. Device and Zipex just not appearing on train whatsoever. They're going to have to step up now, as we'll see the approach heading towards B. 5 players on this side of the map for Astralis, Alex. The execution coming in with one smoke, couple of flashes, and they're committing 5 players through Monster.
And only one man to defend it, Carrigan. He's holding the perfect line for this as they all leap across. This will be a very fast bomb plant and a 5-man retake with what? A kit for Carrigan, the flashbang to get his teammates set up. He's still holding on to that. He wants the cavalry to all be arrived and ready. And off we go. The flash pops, no one goes down. It's going to be first for Chris and another for Chris J. Rops closing things down. Just 2 remain for Astralis. They had the sight and now they've got the frags. Magisk and Glaive. But it's all Magisk now, and another headshot. He can't quite finish it. mousesports will take the first. An interesting turn of events. It was a 1-man versus 5 on that site, but Carrigan playing the game of survival.
That's all he had to do there, just try and slow them down as much as he possibly could at the very back. It was a 5-man assault towards the B bomb side with 1 smoke, couple of flashes, and 5 players bolting it through the monster position. They got a 5-on-5 plant down there. They should be hitting some of these shots. Dupree let himself down there. That was actually a kill on a play for him. Chris J more than happy to oblige. You can see how frustrated he is at that situation, but Astralis got the plant down, and they managed to get 4 kills as well in a situation that looked like it was spiraling out of control, to be honest with you. They'll have 3 rifles here, Magisk, Zipex, and Dupree, with the heavy artillery, followed up by the Deagle of Device and Glaive. So what's the response here? It was back and forth gameplay in regulation of train. Well, we see the same here. Difficult to make this work on the T side. They've got 3 smokes from flashes, but they need opening picks, and mousesports will be very aware that the rifles will be coming out at this point. They've got themselves 3 FAMASs, an M4, and a Scout, so trying to bring out as much as they possibly can, with a sprinkling of utility as well. Not absolutely everything they need, and we are seeing a boost towards the B side of the map as well.
Yeah, it was Chris J and Carrigan, but Astralis, they're so spread on all the extremities. Magisk, he'll be the one to start things off. Does make his presence known towards the toilets, but Woxic's heart still beating, down to 75. Oh, wow. Glaive eliminates Woxic quickly, and now Magisk, he won't be able to find the second, and so things don't spiral just yet for Mouse, but perhaps now. Precise headshot through the wall. Device takes the advantage back for Astralis, but that bomb was at T-spawn. They can't accelerate towards the bomb site yet, and perhaps could get caught in transition. Look at Rops' position. He's aware of it, and Rops is going to play the waiting game. Zipex can't hold that for forever, but he's holding it for just long enough. A crucial frag.
So aware as well. He knew there was a possibility. The Rops was waiting there. It was a great play from Rops, but ultimately now it's going to be a 3-on-2. Carrigan has been waiting patiently at the A bomb site. Currently on the CT steps here. Only got the FAMAS, but he could be interacting with the Deagle player first. He will be, but he's out of position. This is looking very awkward for him. Astralis, they've surely got the round now. It will be Chris J coming in from the connector position. AK in hand, but the bomb planted in the awkward spot. First kill, not going to land. And he's going to have to fall back. That was just one opportunity there, Alex, and it all falls apart. And it will be Astralis running away with the second round force fight. 1-1 confirmed as they go on the hunt now, looking to scavenge any other weapons and grenades on the floor and will ultimately take down Chris J if possible.
Great return from Astralis.
There's the Eagles once again.
Yeah, devices and lovely connection, but it was Glaive to start things off. Woxic's going to be scratching his head after that one, yet to make an impact, but the second round will go the way of the Danes, keeping things bang on.
Well, Chris J is going to save the AK-47. You would assume that mousesports will answer in kind. Problem is they'll only get $1,400 per player. Chris J can drop a UMP, an MP9, something like that at the very top end. The rest of them, they'll have to make do with the Deagle and Armor. They fully commit. 5-7 for Carrigan. It's been a very effective pistol in this tournament. Here's Glaive's shot. How good was this?
Wait.
No way.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not really much you could do about that.
We zoomed in and we still didn't see him.
I know, right?
Glaive. Eyes of a hawk. And angles of the best Counter-Strike team in the world. Astralis looking to bounce back in this series. They have been humbled on the first. Woxic's in a prime position to catch Device here. Oh, but with a nade just leaving his palms, he gets the finger to the trigger in time.
It's a good pick. This is Astralis. This is where they thrive. Opening frags. Put the brakes on, see what the reaction is here. You can see them actually holding a T-spawn, watching for B pushes. And no, they're up against pistols here. That's been confirmed. Shots fired off. Damage inflicted towards Device only so far. He's covering long and actually starting to make his way up that position, but Frozen's on the other side. Currently holding towards the flower bed. No utility remaining for the CT side, but they have got a Chris J AK-47. Device confirms a bathrooms are clear for now. Bombs outside B. Still with 45 seconds. Majors can do Dupree holding towards the connector. And it's up to Device really, just got a bit of a scouting operation here, see what he can find, and he gets a bullet to the head.
Whew. That's going to be something, especially because there's no one with him. Frozen's going to be conveying that information. The CTs are in the right place. Karrigan's been caught though, and with 30 seconds, they are going to start to have to get a bit of a wiggle on. Zipex with that bomb, he is detached, will start to regroup. Rops' position, he's just hoping for a close quarters duel. Zipex is coming solo towards Rops' position. That's the bomb loose. 19 seconds now, there's a rifle. Magisk is in trouble too. They're getting held back. They can't retrieve the bomb in time. Rops with another. Magisk desperately trying to claw this one back. I don't think he can get that bomb. It would have to be smooth. And no, Rops, he's the one to shake his head, and 3 quick frags around back to mousesports.
It doesn't look like Astralis playing right now. These are very strange circumstances. You get an opening pick, a 5-on-4 against pistols, right, and 1 AK-47. And the call you've made is Device goes by himself towards long, gives up a rifle, and then you're forced to go towards B by virtue of the clock. 30 seconds remaining, you have to scramble towards the bomb site. At that point, there's no trade potential. The spacing was all off. It was a nice opening pick, but I really would have liked them to group back up and get together. Like, fantastic work from Frozen, don't get me wrong, but they're not giving themselves all the advantages they possibly could. Like I said, Astralis normally so good in those scenarios, making sure they actually capitalize upon their advantages, but anything but that. They're almost throwing them away.
I mean, Rops, he was given that gift of a solo bomb.
How is
19 seconds, the bomb's coming in solo to short.
You've got the opening pick. The pressure's on the other side, and they just waited too long. They were too apprehensive. I don't think I've uttered those words about Astralis ever, no. At least in the last year or so.
They do certainly seem a little shaken.
That's bizarre.
And that advantage that they managed to take with some incredible individual deagle prowess in the round before.
I feel like that's maybe Device just trying to the man up and show that he's still got some form, and maybe he's made that call himself. Like, I'll go probe towards long. I'll go get some information towards A. I'll pull a rotation. You guys get ready towards B. Then as soon as he goes down with nothing, he's just okay, it's one long. They've got nothing else to go with, and they've got Zipex with the bomb and connector. And they're going to have to answer back themselves with a force buy here. It's Device running through the flames. He'll be down to 68. He's got the AK. There is one Galil as well. And an AK-4 Dupree. So pretty well equipped overall. As Rops gets himself in the grade there. Camouflage position towards the B bomb site. They have 4 players on that side of the map. Karrigan's starting to rotate back though. Frozen patrolling long. Very slow approach from Astralis once again, but plenty of firepower behind him.
Magisk managed to get himself towards connector. It's not been held, and no early friction there. Slow, methodical. Another smoke arrives on Monster, continuing just to bleed away at that utility from mousesports. Glaive's going to be flashing Device in for this peek. No one wants home. Clawing their way into some map control. Where's the finish? It seems like Glaive's making it clear. He is going to pick up that bomb and make a decision, joining Zipex and Dupree. Magisk and Device will be arriving through connector onto short. 2 to receive initially. Rops and Chris J, both with the Monster lean. That's Glaive starting us off with. He's going to be throwing his smoke grenade. And here is the commitment. Fully flashed. Chris J, what? How did Rops not go down?
I don't know.
He's still alive. I don't quite believe it. And another frag is presenting itself to Astralis. In fact, 3 in quick succession. Level, bomb's not down, and 15 seconds. It could get awkward, not anymore. Magisk will relieve so much tension. 9 seconds as the digits do get punched. Frozen arrives from short, and one back completely turned, and now they get the 2 1v1s. It's messy. Zipex, a crucial second frag, will secure the second round.
There was a chance that fell apart there, Alex. No one considering the prospect of short there. Both of their backs turned. Luckily, it was only the FAMAS coming from that position, but still, Astralis win the round. It is going to go 2-2. The strange outcomes here continue off the train. I thought that might have been a bit of an anomaly, but there's still very odd scenes here on Overpass. We are getting quite late. The technical timeout, I'm going to be honest with you, it feels like it tilted some of the Astralis players.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the in-game chat, I'll be real for a second here. It felt like it knocked us off our rhythm a little bit. The players don't seem as usual, their usual selves, but either way, 2-2. And we are going to have the Desert Eagles brought out once again, 4 spies, and this is the same outcome here. We've got Device, the opening frag. They've confirmed they're against pistols here. They just need to group up and go together eventually, make sure they give themselves at least 40 seconds to commit to a bomb site. Don't want anyone going in by themselves. No one needs to go probe and get information here. Just go in together and use the advantage you have.
For now, very thinly spread across Overpass. mousesports are going to be giving these fights that dupreeh was looking for. Oh, I think just a slither of the Dutchman. The 6th man makes its voice heard here in Odense. And out they go. Looks good for a moment. Rops, however, with the back turned, will punish Magic's push. It's a rifle into their hands, but the CTs are getting whittled away. This looks like it will be an A commitment. dupreeh confirms the site is clear in moments. Frozen and his teammate Rops likely just going to want to preserve what they have.
Yeah, much more like you there from Astralis. That's how it should be done. Gaining map control, using that man advantage,
right.
And we'll have 28 seconds remaining. It's a 4 versus 2, but Rops has got a Galil. Frozen has Deagle and Armor as well. They're going to be full eco next round, so might as well hold on to the little they have at this point, but Astralis will take a lead as they keep 4 players up themselves. But it was a very similar start to the round with Device looking towards long, took down the same player in the form of Voxig there, but this time making sure they worked as a group. They actually gained map control instead of just holding back and waiting for reactions.
So they're going to be sending Glaive off the leash a little to hunt with his UMP. Good weapon for the job, not too afraid if you put it into the CT's hands. And, well, he has certainly made a delivery, and oh, another one. Frozen. He's going to get pushed down. This could be a rifle from dupreeh, but no, he thinks better of it. Frozen will be happy to take an extra weapon into the next round all the same. So, Astralis regain control, will take the lead. That's 2 back-to-back now from the Danes, and actually going to be seeing them calling that tech timeout now.
Roles reversed now, and we'll see how long this one will take. Hopefully not too long. Normally just quite a trivial issue. But yes, indeed, it is going to be a nice finish to the round for mousesports at least. They do keep those 2 players alive, upgrading the Deagle to a UMP. There is a Galil available for Rops as well, but the money is absolutely broken. Averaging around $2,000 per player by virtue of the loss bonus. They are just going to have to sit back and wait. Maybe they can get a P250 out of one of these USP players. That's about it. As we'll see. Round 6 come through momentarily. Zipex and dupreeh, the only 2 to survive after what seemed like a very successful campaign against that 4 spies. Started to fall apart a little bit towards the end, but that's absolutely fine. It's going to be 3-2 in their favor. And I'll have a look at chat logs now, Alex. Let me see what I can find out for you. It's a microphone issue, thank God.
Okay.
That's an easy one. We can fix that, no problem.
Usually, and it does seem like we're going to be getting back into the action right here, right now. The voices of Odense continue. Let's see how this one was pieced together. It was dupreeh, actually got a second as well towards the bathrooms area. And that was the A site wide open. An aggressive stance from the CTs with those pistols. Makes sense, get those close quarters engagements, but this time not to be. After losing the 2nd round after a victorious pistol, mousesports looking for their 3rd. Let's not forget they responded straight back in kind versus Astralis is better by.
There's still a slight chance here, though. Some of the interesting rounds that have gone down today. There's still a rifle and an SMG. There's a Deagle in the hands of Carrigan as well. Voxig, same story. So they've got enough to win this round. Chris J, he does this a lot. He's got USP and Kevlar, hoping that maybe if one of his teammates goes down, he'll recover the weapon and still can be combative in that sense. As we get to round number 6 here, massive advantage for Astralis as they head towards long once again. dupreeh will be joining Device at this point if the flashbang goes over. But Voxig, he's sat behind the rock here, but his head's been spotted. He'll be going down momentarily.
Oh. He
somehow gets one for his troubles there. Didn't look like he had any say in the round whatsoever. But at least he keeps things equal. 4 and 4 as the CTs respond. They're pushing out towards B. Maybe going for a boost here. They're still looking towards a connector. It's a nice idea. Slowing it down once again. Astralis had very similar starts to each and every round.
Zipex actually pre-aiming that? That's insane.
Foxy just died finally. I got you.
Yeah, the two of them been duking it out. He was actually just checking for the little boost on the spool, so he was not ready for this. Or is he? My goodness, how interesting. Zipex through underpass. He's got Glaive in tow as well. And they get the frag! Unbelievable! Astralis. They've got the read. Frozen. He's going to bleed down to 14. Going to force to Scarpa. I don't think he's getting away from this one. Will hide into the hidey hole. Pre-fires from Glaive. Finishes it up. And the round is Astralis.
Chris J came into the round with Galil. We'll have to leave with it as well. 4 versus 1. The boost looked great. It looked like that was going to work out, but Zipex very aware of it, called for backup as well. They sprayed the position down. No problem whatsoever. We're going to go into a 4-2 lead for the Danes here. And that wasn't the full commitment, remember. That was just a couple of saved weapons, some deagles as well. As a loss bonus, we'll get to the 3rd stage after this one. It's going to be $2,400 on top of the 2K they have right now. And this is where they can bring out the AWPs, hopefully, in the hands of Voxic. Chris J will hold towards T-Spawn. Astralis with 4 players surviving. They're going to get $3,500 per player on top of the cash they have. A much-needed clean round. A few of them have been quite dicey towards the end.
You can actually start to build a bit of a bank. I mean, Zipex on $50, and that's 3 rounds. They've managed to win back-to-back.
They're starting to recalibrate, though. They're starting to play these rounds correctly, at least. They're the kind of approach you'd like to see. So they're focusing towards long, which was fine before. It was just the after effect of that. Just seemed a little bit disjointed. Not really sure how to finish the round off. Individual plays, you do not want to present those against the pistols. But that was much better. 3 players up towards long. Sure, they lost the kill because Voxic's insane sometimes. But he got 1 kill, but that was it. And he only gave 1 away total. So we're getting to the first proper gun round here. Carrigan given the Galil. Acquiesce, I would say. He doesn't really want to be using that, but it's going to be saving money.
It's a numbers game. Dupree, though, pushing fast towards short. He's going to take that control. Whether or not he continues his advance is unlikely. Perhaps with some supportive utility, it's just there to catch a player if they do get flushed out from barrels. I like the fake smoke. They're going to be working under the possibility that there is still a player cowering in that smoke, so Dupree will continue to hold the line. And now, like ships in the night, they'll miss each other. Re-smoking towards the monster tunnel. They start to gather their resources towards the B site. Chris J has got a good read on this. Started to rotate himself over. There's the first flash. No CT utility in response. There's still 2 mollies. Time continues to tick. It may not now. That's the sign to go. The first body drop, Carrigan gone, and now Device looking for a second. That's great work.
Device is arriving in true style here as Dupree. He'll be bringing up the rear, no problem whatsoever. A couple of headshots delivered. This is much more like it, Alice. This is the Astralis we know and love, as we'll see Frozen left in a 4-on-1 on the other side of the map. A clinical execution towards B. Nothing too complicated there. 1 smoke towards heaven, a few flashes over after baiting out the utility at the start of the round. CTs could not hold on. Barely any damage taken there at all. Just Device going down after finding 2 great frags upon arrival. Frozen has an incendiary to save, but that's about as exciting as it gets for him. The M4 in hand as the money woes continue here. They're going to get 2,900 on top of absolute 0 into the next round here. Glaive on the hunt. They can justify a couple of players looking for him right now. They have established a decent economy of 4 players surviving as well. 1 player can go down, but Glaive is getting incredibly close to Frozen's position.
Frozen will keep hold of that. Not too tempted to go scavenging, expecting a second, so he lives on and will bring that M4 into the next. It's crucial considering where the CT money is, a partial as you've already addressed. But 5 now to the good for Astralis, and 4 of them on the trot. Yet to see some of the hardest hitters of Train come online for Mouse. It's Voxic and Carrigan with 3 frags between them.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Voxic AWP really have much to say so far. Carrigan was fantastic on Train. To be fair, it's been one of his best tournaments in recent memory. Looking very good indeed, but for now, they're going to have to sit back and wait once again. Adding more players towards long this time.
Voxic's just told them, I really need your help.
Yeah, they're bullying me here.
Come kill Device with me.
Every single time they're on pistols. It's the correct position for Astralis. If you think about it, it's a very long-range position, aptly named. And you've got the rifles up against those Deagles looking to take them down. But no one focusing that position right now. Device needs to be aware of it. Changes his attention now. Flashbang goes over. Voxic's there. Remember, he's got Carrigan behind the tree as well. Needs to be very careful. Pulls the pin on the flashbang. He will spot the first, and he gets Voxic once again. But there's the backup. 4 on 4. But they'll commit towards A.
Yeah, just charging straight through this toilet long lean. Not quite going to work out. They'll leave Zipex as this beautiful curveball. Bomb will go down. Glave's cleaning house. That was their best bet. Carrigan, however, did grab himself a Krieg with his vest. Well, that's a short-lived weapon. And so is the round. A quickie. Astralis will continue their spree. That is now 5 rounds back-to-back.
We're starting to see some charisma now on the Astralis side. They don't look like they're inside their shell anymore. Glaive enjoying himself out there, starting to land some shots. Convincing rounds, played out the correct way. And we get into round number 9 now. It's going to be 6-2 lead on the T side of Overpass here.
Astralis' pick.
That's a good point. With Dust 2 to finish as well, that's going to be a real spicy one. Like the way everyone's been playing right now, especially Voxic, who's considered like the best sniper on Dust 2 in the game right now. If he can turn up there, that'd be great. But that's if we get there, of course. Double orb setup, so powerful for mousesports on train. It was for Astralis as well. To be fair, Device not showing up at all as Magus, who's actually the star sniper of the squad. Didn't think we'd be saying that about Mr. Consistent himself, Device. They'll limp into round number 9 here with little utility. Christian just a single smoke. Same story for Voxic, but then he will be taking the ult towards middle. Now, does he have the confidence right now after being rattled so many rounds in a row to go for that initial quick pick?
Oh, you know he does. He's got the AWP. Will be flashed off and fire off a warning shot. That's something for Astralis to work with. For now, though, 3-man utility stack of nades and Carrigan. It's a barrage. The blitz down to 12.
That's a bit of a calling card of Astralis.
It really is.
Every team is doing that right now, but they were the OGs. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The 4-man boost, it can work out. You normally see at the very start of a round. The Krieg now falling off, of course.
Oopsie.
I guess it was late anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, but they will dismount, and Frozen's actually got playground control. He goes for a clean wallbang there towards the T steps. Glaive has no idea what in God's name just happened to him.
Cerebral, Frozen, punishing this late arrival to playground. That is the problem with going for that boost, especially so late, is that there is a risk the CTs can have taken a lot of that control away from you, and now Device will start to get the information. In fact, he hasn't let go of W. He's just charging straight up towards the long. Frozen continues to hang in the balance. He hasn't really got a way out of this, and Voxic, oh, he gives Astralis a lifeline. A missed shot, Device lives on. Now Frozen challenges, and he will not live on as well. So, 4 versus 4. Carrigan, let's not forget the damage dealt to him from those earlier nades. Voxic's trying to stand his ground in the flames. He similarly to his teammate is kind of on his own. Will be forced to retreat. Now he can tuck in on the site. They don't have to give them these fights, and now a fight been won elsewhere. Chris, with that second AWP.
Yeah, it's working out for them. It's a 4 versus 3, the first advantage they've had in quite some time. Speculative shot through the smoke does land a little bit of damage towards Chris J, but here come the cavalry. Device makes his way through. An equal trade for now. 9 seconds remaining, bro. But Zipex has found an opening here. Is there a chance this bomb gets planted? Rob's his main objective now is to deny that. Woo! He's got the first kill, but can't quite get the second. 1 versus 1 now. Quickly eradicated by Voxic. He was towards short. Quick trade there, and it is going to be their 3rd run on the board, but 4 players going down. They're going to struggle to invest into the next one, and Astralis, they've got money for days.
Yeah, these are those rounds for the CT side. You win it, it feels okay, I guess. You know, it's one of those brutal circumstances of the new economy is that victory doesn't always feel like victory. Let's see this again. Frozen, he hears the sound cue, reacts accordingly, and a great punish for the late arrival of Astralis. Another frag went the way of mousesports. Despite the clock running so low, Astralis, it's Dupree to save the day. A quick fight onto Rops, but just for a moment. And so, 6-3, mousesports. Look what they're presenting. I'm seeing, let me do a quick count. We are going to get the utility on board and the sacrifice made by Carrigan. No surprises there.
Yeah. You've got to be selfless in these sort of scenarios and realize you've built a team of stars, and his team game leader, he'll have to take the compromise here. MP9 for him. Utility not great with Rops. Just a single smoke. A couple of kits out there. Frozen, same story. As we get into round number 10 here. Massive advantage for Astralis. They've got everything they could possibly need, but no sniper, admittedly. But Voxic, we haven't seen much of him. 3 and 8 right now. Carrigan 2 and 9. the big stars of the previous map. It's a complete role reversal here.
Yeah, second bite of the cherry on that AWP though. Previously he's been forced into the doldrums of deagles on long. Now he's got his weapon of choice. Oh, this is indicative of something a bit quicker. Stark contrast to the Astralis round before. Through the flames, they extinguish and they continue their advance. 3 men to receive them. Dupree's the first to fall. Woxic there, and he hits another 2 shots before Astralis pipe up. Device, he's so ready for Frozen. This should be their round. Rops, however, perhaps with just 13 points of health. But look at the breaks being hit here. Astralis, they are in no rush. And look at Device. He's going to go clear this site and wave the flag.
The problem is Glaive is stuck towards shore right now. And if Rob's held his position, there may be a chance for him to actually take down the bomb at this point. 13 points of health, but the bomb is here. Glaive, though, he seems like he's read the situation well, but this could fall apart. All comes down to this moment here. Will he be spotted? Apparently not.
I don't think he saw him.
I don't think he did.
Ooh, that's the bomb. It's quite an interesting amount of pressure Rops is generating.
Off he goes. As soon as Glaive gets towards connector, crisis averted.
Yeah, round over. That's enough.
So there we have it. Rops will be able to do nothing about this. It is looking like a successful round there for mousesports. It was a quicker approach from Astralis. The set piece towards B off the bat there. Voxic got 2 kills to the AWP, finally coming online there. Wasn't quite enough though. Answering back was Device, who's getting stronger and stronger as this series develops. It'll be 7-3 now. We said the money was absolutely battered and bruised going into this round. They brought out 4 rifles, and including the AWP with an MP9, but now it will be another very difficult scenario for them. Ross will be able to find the AWP, but that's about as good as it gets. But remember, on Train, they managed to win rounds with just an AWP and 4 USPs.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
But that's when Voxic looked like he was godlike. He's kind of dropping off, not looking quite as stunning so far. Round confirmed. 2 players to survive. Rops will hold on to the AWP, no problem here. I like the change of pace from Astralis now. This is more like it. Dynamic strategies, not just defaults every single round. When the timeouts are called, they know they can change things up.
Constantly under the thumb. mousesports, this was Voxic. He does get 2, and yet still there's 3 in response from Astralis. You see that kill feed afterwards. It was just 3. Bang, bang, bang.
So the partial buy brought out.
Okay.
A little bit more than just USPs. They have actually got a diffuse kit as well for Rops. Deagle armor. Chris J, USP Kevlar once again. The first shot from Voxic connects, but only in towards the kneecap of Glaive there. Down to 16 points of health. A fast approach towards long. Trying to make their way forward. They've got the intel as to where the AWP's position now. Do they want to progress towards A? Glaive. He'll be challenged by Chris J here, but only got that USP, remember, but he somehow gets the kill. A trade from Zipex, but is there anything more to be said on the mousesports side? A nice ding from Frozen.
If they go long, Voxic's managed to get his AWP there in time. Karrigan trying to contain them. A precise shot would have been everything, but now doesn't get a second chance. And Astralis, they're going to completely reset here.
Yeah.
You can see, I mean, there's the indication. The bomb dropped towards the playground. They are going to slow it right on down. With their powers combined, Voxic's tag and Chris J's USP, they did manage to find that first, but it's only Glaive. 4 remain.
Frozen. Isolated in the bathrooms here. P250, not the ideal weapon, but maybe the position could be. If they overlook this spot, there's a chance he gets a rifle. Zipex, though, aware of it. Been very, very good in that spot so far. But speaking of which, his Voxic, 20 seconds remaining. Astralis might have run the clock down too low once again. He knows he has a chance to shut this one down. They can't go back towards B. Have they got the flashes to knock him off his position here? Doesn't look good. He's going to go for a second frag. It doesn't connect. 10 seconds remain. Rops will have to rotate in from the connector. It's a default plan. He's got a chance. I think he might have done enough here. He absolutely has. There's no time. It's Rops from the backlines that denies absolutely everything there. One shot from the Desert Eagle, and he made sure it counted there, Alex. That was superb.
So precise. That's a planting tee. It's so hard to hit the head in one bullet. He was dead. 4 for mousesports. And Voxic, he worked so hard with that AWP from the start of the round right until he got hunted down. Look at this adjustment. Takes Device down. He has eyes on the clock. 7 seconds, Rops. A perfect and precise shot. Immediately knife out for the survival. Now they got the full weapons. They got that double AWP set up back, and let's see if mousesports mojo returns.
That's the second time this half has happened to Astralis. They still have cash here, but that's a very disappointing finish to what looked to be a successful round. Great shot through the smoke as Voxic. He's starting to come up on top of Device now. It's going to be a 5-on-4 to kick things off very quickly indeed. He can fall back. There's no response whatsoever.
Love that from Voxic. He jiggles for info, catches a glimpse of Device, throws out the flash, baits the shot, and then peeks into the retreating Dane. A lovely turn of events, and now favoring Mouse heavily. Magis, though, looking to turn the tides fast, and Voxic in retreat and just around the corner in time. It's a tough shot, especially now the flames arrive. What can you do here? He's in the hurt locker. Will be punished, and another fight presented, and another frag for Magisk. There's one more on the site. Rops looking to contain, but Magisk got the line. Will be silenced. That bomb's in T-spawn, Henry.
It's in T-spawn. Astralis now fully committed towards A, and I think they forgot a key ingredient to this approach. With the bomb down now, I got to recover it, and the clock was their enemy in the previous round. Luckily, they still have 35 seconds here, but 2-on-2 remains. Rob's at 42 HP, and actually, this might work out. Glaive is going to find a completely open B bomb site. Brave to walk in by himself here. We have got Chris J towards Heaven. Maybe the AWP as well. Through Monster. Chris J will have to start repositioning now. Dropping utility towards the site. This could still be problematic for Astralis, but a decent smoke will hold him at bay.
It's worked out for Astralis. They will have the post plant, but leaping down is Chris J, and a shot missed from both parties. Now Rops is the one to hit it. 2 frags in the round from Rops. He's low. He's wounded. Chris J with the AWP for this. This is going to be a tough situation for Glaive. He does just have to dance around this pillar. Any sound cue is a gift. And Chris J's given plenty. Rops will descend. They want to try and fight together. He hits the shot. Beautiful work as the 2 AWPs do find the frags necessary.
Well then, a strange round once again there, Alex. Astralis look almost fully committed towards A. They had an equal situation, lost a couple of kills. They stabilized and realized the bomb was back in T-spawn. It was Glaive had to recover the AWP. Back in towards B they went. They managed to smoke off Chris. It looked like it was enough. Couple of missed shots, but still the bomb got planted, and then Voxic, he manages to arrive with him, and then at this point, we are going to see Astralis. Are they broken yet? $4,000 per player, but this was the final shot from Chris, waiting for Glaive to peak. The AWPs take battle. Chris J comes out on top. 7-5 now. mousesports managing to get 2 rounds in a row. Tactical timeout. Couple of very odd rounds today from Astralis.
Yeah, it's not familiar. It's a new look to Astralis. I'm not saying that in a positive sense either. There has been, glimpses of the norm. We've seen those rounds. Device, of course, through Monster. That was an instrumental start for them, and they did manage to find 5 strung together. A smattering of the other 2 on either ends of the 12 rounds we've seen so far. Into the 13th, though. Let's see who's the one to be unlucky. Charging, oh my god, so fast. Into the AWP, can Chris J get away? He does, finds a corner, the flash is arriving. In both sides, everyone fully blind, but they're closing the gap. They're right next to him. Surely he doesn't get another chance. Frozen, Carrigan, all doing their part. Frops is there as well to find 1. And with so much time still on the clock, Glaive, good spray, but he's battered and he hasn't really got a way back in. The bomb's on the site. This will be mousesports continuing to close this gap through the wall.
Straight up B rush there, a couple of flashes and set smoked upon arrival, but still, even while fully blind, finding the opening picks, only giving a couple of kills away, and Frozen locking Glaive in now. The bomb's down. Saving the UMP won't do much for them. It was a nice spray towards the B ramp, but ultimately should be taken down by Voxic. There it is. Starting to close the gap now. It's going to be 7-6, and surely that's the money broken at this point. Astralis have given up 3 in a row after finding 5 successful rounds in the earlier stages of the half. They were actually 6-2 up. mousesports on the pick of Astralis, looking very good. They have got Rob some 15 kills as well.
There is no coincidence that mousesports have started winning rounds once the AWP was in play, and not just one necessarily. They have of course, been throwing the other one onto Chris J. Saw him draw blood on that monster push just the round before. Now the Deagles. Now, we've seen Astralis, even in this game alone, this semi-final, win rounds with a buy similar to this, and it's because of these individual bursts of brilliance.
Yeah, something about the Danish players in the Desert Eagle just seems to work for them, especially the likes of Astralis. Can they replicate it once again, though? After losing the pistol, was that second round brutal deagle headshot from Glaive that yielded success. Robs closes the door behind him after finding the first frag, feeling pressure here. His teammate will back him up. The bomb goes down towards Connector. It's up to Glaive. Smoked off. This is looking very good for mousesports. No one has to push anymore. No one has to probe. Robs to the MP9, that's absolutely fine. But they don't have to go any further. They've got all the intel they could possibly want. Robs has the bomb under his remit. Chris J backing him up, making sure he watches the flanks.
The only way in is shots like that. Glaive does take the hold on the bomb and will be able to grab it again, especially now with the smoke deployed and Chris J retreating, except is it a retreat or is it an advance? Look at him going straight now towards the T-spawn.
I like this one, Chris. Just give up the bomb, that's okay. You don't want to give up a rifle, that's the main thing here. It's still very unlikely they plant, considering Carrigan's towards shore. Chris J's actually going to rotate all the way around, potentially towards the connector. That was the last place the bomb was spotted. Decides to head in towards the T-ramp. Glaive and Device, both by the bathrooms for now. 25 seconds remain. Very little chance he can do much of this. A great setup towards the A side. Frozen at the steps, boxing towards Long, and Chris J in the back here. They are locked in. It will be a mousesports round here, but can they keep it clean?
It's Frozen to confirm. Neat, tidy. Just the one body dropped. And 7-7, and equalizing. After Astralis managed to accrue so many rounds. T-side overpass. We're set for an 8-7 half.
It looked like Astralis were running away with this one.
We were talking about Dust 2, Hank.
Yeah, we're like, they're back, they're looking their usual selves, and then a couple of disastrous rounds, and all of a sudden things starting to look a little bit off again. This is Robs getting control of that bomb, back up from Chris J, making sure he could retreat successfully. Nice work from Frozen with a double kill on the Greek to close things out there. As we get to the final round of the first half here, it's 7-7. Who will take the lead? mousesports with a resurgence here towards the tail end of their CT campaign, and Frozen's not slowing down. He's managed to get full control towards that T-ramp. Magus, is he on the chopping block? Apparently not. Gets the first shot through, but it's an equal exchange for now at Voxic. And we're finding a kill towards Dupree.
Fight about to be given and seized. Chris J, a moment opportunity as Device exposed himself. Not ready for the second though, and Zipex, he can just scarper away with the bomb. That's lovely. Advancing through toilets, 2 of them. No one currently residing on the A site. If Glaive's proactive with this clear, things are going to get real spicy for Carrigan and co. Oh, it's happened again, the bomb on its own. Previously, Zipex, he played it well, caught Rops eventually emerging from connector. But now it's Carrigan in the toilets. Oh, he's done it again. Zipex, dire circumstances for him. No teammates to support that bomb transfer. But he's going to be able to get it down all the same. Rotate now as 2 versus 3.
No save potential here. It's the last round. Voxic, he's been silenced in this half so far, has managed to step things up as he continues now with the AWP from Bang. That's Magus going down. A second will land a stunning shot. And now it's just down to Glaive here. No utility. Stuck towards Long. He knows he has to be a little bit more active as he positions. Ready to swing as soon as they touch the bomb. It's not planted in an ideal situation for him. We'll see what he can do with it. And now is his opportunity. Completely blind. Will take Voxic down. And he'll have to spray. He's committed. And Robs, he's more than happy to oblige. It will be mousesports defusing and finding the lead after what looked like a disastrous campaign to kick things off.
Wow, they'll take the lead into their defensive half. We are going to be seeing mousesports transfer to the attack. Let's see how Astralis fare and if they can get us to Dust 2. We'll be back after the break.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, fading chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night.
Into the action. Our second semi-final of mousesports. They are putting up a valiant fight. Astralis, they said in an interview, we need to do better on home soil. Well, they find themselves here and they find themselves one map down into the second half of our second map. Let's get this one going.
It looks like we're off to a fast one as well, Alex. We could have 5 players from mousesports battling their way up towards shore, but Mages, he's ready and waiting here. Headshots being exchanged left and right. It will be the advantage though to enter the 4-on-2. Frozen will pull one back with the P250. This is a key frag for Carrigan, not going to land. Everything looking great for Astralis here to tie things up at 8-8. Frozen left with the P250, the bomb in hand. But will he be able to get any further than this?
That is such a dream for Astralis. They go for a short push. When you're boosting early, you get the perfect headshot angles. And of course, you have a player who is on 4 Magisk. Will be able to take 2 heads off that one. And he's going to make it a third, actually, adding a third scalp to his belt. His device will refuel for the half to come.
A light snack.
Yeah. Get those legumes in you, peanuts.
We're going to see mousesports with no bomb planted. A very fast approach there towards B and shut down. Mages was ready and waiting towards shore. Delivers 2 headshots there. Finish things off with a third. And we're going to see Deagles and Scouts. Now this sort of setup has been successful for both teams across both maps. We'll see 1 smoke, 1 HE. So in terms of the utility, not really ideal, but these guys pack a punch. And we'll head towards middle. Device and Glaive in the connector position. We'll have 2 players to fight with here, and it's Glaive leading the way.
Oh, he wasn't ready, didn't even have a chance to pull the trigger. He may not be ready for the next, though. Device does have a chance to punish, and they are faffing around with a boost. This could be the double. They're not ready. Investing 2 players is certainly paying off, but Frozen claws one back. A huge beheading. Dupree. He's gone down, and now Frozen continuing his advance. There is an opportunity now to clear the site out. He'll call it clear. Magisk's going to be the first to rotate. He can tuck himself in, though, and a punish onto Magisk. Oh, he presents his head, a second chance, and now he's dead! Carrigan, he takes his teammate out of the running. That's gonna hurt.
How he even got that kill, I will never know, but Carrigan, he'll bring things back to a 2-on-2, not the way we would have liked, but still a chance here. Carrigan on the site. Looking to plant, if possible. He's going to get it down, and Robs, 27 HP, watching the extremities of the map right now, but Carrigan needs to fall back. No kits available right now. Device on the MP9, Zipex with the M4, and they're positioned together.
No kit could come back to haunt them if mousesports can peel some time off that clock. Robs is surely going to have to get into position soon. Carrigan hears them. We are going to be seeing a smoke deploy. That's going to make things very difficult for Robs, and yeah, this should be impossible. He's done it once. And it's a 10-second defuse, I will remind you. So survival would be something, but not to be. We have someone on that bomb, and it does look like they have perfect amount of time. Yeah, we're going to be seeing.
Just about got him.
Just about getting there. By the skin of their teeth, they get 9.
It was close.
It was really close.
All it took was maybe one more bullet there from Robs, but the team kill from Carrigan, you can't blame him. They're both firing towards the same target. It was Frozen that did such great work, but speaking of which, Device manages to sniff out this boost. It was a nice idea there. They didn't anticipate two players in that position. This was the shot. They got them into the bomb site there, but also cost them their advantage as well. 9-8, and another buy from mousesports. We've seen a lot of this recently. This is what I expected with this patch. The fact that Galil's been reduced in price now means when you get plants down, you get a bit of loss bonus behind you. You manage to make rounds very close as well. You might as well bring these Galils out and try and punish and take the momentum away.
Glave's in the perfect spot to catch Chris if he has a little look. Yep, that's, whoa, 3 frags in 3 seconds from Astralis. Nothing Carrigan can do. Gets himself a fresh Galil, but it's not going to get him far. Man, just make sure of that. Double digits secured for Astralis. This will be the first 3 of their defensive campaign confirmed.
That's a very convincing round as well. It was the B split attempted there by mousesports, but got more than they bargained for through the smoke, sprayed down by the brutal bullets of the M4A4. 3 frags found very quickly indeed. Zipex getting 2 of them, and Rob's left with just 29 HP. And we'll have to save. We saw plenty of this on train. He's got the bomb on his back, looking for any inquisitive CT players, but why would they push at this point? Hoping he can hold onto the rifle, knowing that they're going to be pretty much full eco going to the next round. No bomb plant this time, that's for sure. And we'll have to wait. 40 seconds now to hold on to. Is he going to be able to take anyone down with him? Checking towards Monster. He'll spot the feet. His patience is rewarded. Gives up his position, but at least that's $300 in the bag. If he saves, he'll get nothing.
It's not too bad. Rops will continue to maintain that and just tuck on in. But Astralis, their defense will be tested with the 4 buys. We've seen, of course, mousesports continuing to force into this, so there will be a bit of a grace period for the Danes before they're tested again.
Solid stuff from Astralis.
Zonic and Odense are both doing everything they can to get the Great Danes back to their prefix.
We'll see if this replay lived up to their expectations. Yeah, through the smoke just as they committed there. Perfect swing from Zipex, and as I mentioned, money will be absolutely broken here. Robs will save the Krieg. In terms of loss bonus, they'll be up to maximum next round, so we'll see whether this is going to be when they can invest a little bit. They'll go for Deagle's armor. Krieg in the hands of Robs, that can be enough to win a round by itself. We'll see whether he can deliver here, but dupreeh feeling himself with the AWP. It's not even in the hands of Device right now. Device will be actually towards long, doing great work with the M4. An adjustment here seems to be working out.
Yeah, they're bringing the fight to them. Chris will manage to retrieve that one Krieg, that one chance they had, and it was past tense because it feels like it's all been said and done here. Very early, 90 seconds still on the clock. Frozen's catching nades. He's got a magnet on his boots. And woof, still finding a fire shot into Zipex. Not going to find a second. And so a similar story with a whole lot of time. I'm not sure Chris is going to get to hold on to it this time, though, because Glave's waiting for him. And so 11 secured for Astralis. You said max loss bonus coming in. That is, of course, courtesy of 4 rounds on the trot for Astralis to start off their second half of the second map of the second series of the day. Fnatic waiting in that grand final to find their opponent, likely watching this one with wide eyes, absorbing everything they can.
There's a lot of information out there. Certainly seen the weaknesses of Astralis today. Robs with no grenades whatsoever, because he saved that Krieg on no extra cash, but he does get an AK and armor, however. Round 20 coming up here. Is there a change of pace on either side? Major's pushing off towards short. Flashbangs exchanged. And he's got full control here. A confident push, and rightly so, I suppose. The Krieg in his hand, a very powerful weapon on the CT side. Glaive will join him and control the connector position. Zipex watching Monster. They've got a solid hold on the B side of the map. It's going to take a lot to flush them out. Appreciate now aware of it. What do they do to reposition now? Are they going to be pushing towards the A side? Is that their only option? Robs will wait towards T-spawn, looking towards Monster, but how do they possibly get that back towards the side of the B side?
Just jump in for info on that fountain. No one's home. This setup from Astralis, no one really needs to move a muscle. The pressure is on Mouse. They flash, pull the shot from Device, force him off, but there is the contingency plan of dupreeh. He is now, however, completely unsupported. If they go for a pincer maneuver here, Device has managed to get into toilets, and dupreeh finding the first. He's winning these duels, and Frozen ensures that the trade is secured. 40 seconds Rops has maneuvered away from the monster tunnels. Now the fight's coming, and not far off through the wall.
They've got 2 smokes remaining here. Relatively decent map control towards middle, where it's long when they've got the most advantages available to them. But Device, another great shot. That AWP starting to get better and better. Bomb goes down, but Rops could actually take him down here. This will be a key duel in the round with 20 seconds remaining. Trying to hold on. Device doing a great job so far.
And Zipex has arrived as well, but not for much longer. Looking for the second Device. Close quarters, it doesn't get much closer than that. Tagged 8 seconds, there's no way Mouse can take it. Now they're just on the hunt, and from behind, Glaive will strike. Another round and another one for Astralis. They're picking up their pace.
They're starting to look more confident now, more assertive in their approach as well. They had an objective at the start there. They're not feeling much pressure towards the B side of the map, so they're getting full short control. They can watch the connector monster and push them in towards the A side. Device landing some very impressive shots as well. That's what we want to see from him as they go 12-8 now. Haven't planted the bomb in some time. It's going to be 5-0 start here for the Danes. They look to get us to Dust 2. A Krieg for Frozen. The rest of the players, though, still at that $3,400 mark. They take another partial buy here. There was a chance of Rob's there. I felt like if he swung after the shot from Device, he might have got a quick trade there, but still had danger all around him. So they'll purchase up with 3 Molotovs and a couple of smokes and a flash. So a set piece will be coming through. Voxic has fully committed with AK and Kevlar. Oh, the scoreboard on your screens right now. Carrigan, the hero of the previous map, 3-18.
Wow.
That's
Three
not good news.
3 frags in 20 rounds?
Yeah.
That's tough. Every round you get in, you get a weapon thrown in your hand and it just gets ripped from you, and it looks like the same fate for Woxic and Chris. An opening spray, an opening gambit failed. Device is going hunting. Glaive's already mounted Rops onto the front of his car.
They had to get at least a plan here, Alex, with 2 players pretty much fully committed, Frozen and Voxy now with no money.
And they're locked in, holding the line as Device. I think they're aware of it. They may have heard the scope. But they can't leave, they can't move. Device is all too aware of it. He's trying to get the perfect Molotov. Doesn't quite manage to bounce it off the wood.
He doesn't have to commit to this. He could fall back, but flashbang exchange, and it will be him nailing another shot here as Carrigan leaps in, taken down by the Desert Eagle. Device, he's starting to shine now. 20 kills at the very top of the server. He had 1 bad map, but he's right back on track right now. mousesports, as I mentioned, they're going to have to take some compromises there. Probably invested a little bit too much. They had to at least get a plan, but the flashbangs are off. Look at this clear vision from Zipex. Then he gets blind. You're too late there, my friends. Right. He's already got 2 of you.
It does. It looks so strange when you observe it from Zipex's point of view. Nothing stopping him from shooting completely unaware tees.
Timing's a little bit off there.
What's the call here? Get 1 out early. He's making noise. It's Carrigan. Potentially going to catch a nade. Not today. Magisk didn't quite study Pythagoras' theorem enough. But here we go. Through the smokes they go. He's going to have to take his teammate with him. But 3 members of Mouse make it 2. This one, chaos, hectic as hell.
This has been a very strange half. It's been a strange series, I have to say. They keep trying to go toward that B bomb site, and they're punished every single time. Astralis yet to give up a single round in their CT campaign.
They've closed the shutters. They said absolutely not. They will not be 2-0'd on home soil. The crowd still here late into the night. This series goes on, and potentially, likely now, to Dust 2, the 3rd and final map before we find out who Fnatic face tomorrow. Lovely work. Even just sidearm perfectly finds that. He's got such an understanding. He can do that with his eyes closed. Get that crosshair back to where it needed to be.
Even with the team kill, it looked like a very clean round still. And they're going to have to take a partial buy again just because they're not getting any plants down. This is from map point, Alex. They got 1 AK. Chris J fully invested, but they've got Deagles around him. They're not landing the same shots they were in the first map. And Mages continues his assault from shore. Keeps pushing that position every single round to great success. 5 versus 4, 2 players battered and bruised. That's going to be Carrigan and Chris J. They'll make their way slowly towards A, crawling their way up, hoping that someone makes a mistake here on the CT side. But this has been pretty perfect in the last few. Astralis has definitely had their moments, but it's Device leading the charge now.
Chris J's worked it out, though. The curveball Astralis could have thrown was the double Ds in toilets. Well, dupreeh and Device now are going to have to maneuver towards long, and they got spotted by the Dutchman. Bomb down. mousesports, with only deagles and that single rifle, have managed to get more access to a site than they have in the 4 buys. And Frozen, perfect patience, does prevail on the first. Zipex tagged 150 cal in his thigh. Carrigan needs to hit the shot, and he actually did. Magis goes down, the bomb's not too far gone. And a chance for Woxic. It's the 1 versus 3 made 1v2. They're both low. There's a real shot at this. They're on the bomb. He has to contest. He has to hit that shot. He can't. dupreeh keeps him safe. The fist bumps come in, as does the 15th. This looks like a third map, Henry. mousesports have done nothing on their attack.
They haven't got a single round. That's about the most convincing attempt they've had so far. And it came down to a 3 versus 1. They haven't really had any plant at all. That was the first plant since the 2nd round. And that was on a deagle situation there. And sure, there was a chance for Woxic once the DPs came in. The bodyguard was set up there. He wasn't letting that one slip away. Now they've got 7 chances just to take us to Dust 2. It should be a foregone conclusion here. Money stabilizing at least for mousesports. Boom! My God! It's Zipex with a pre-fire from hell. They continue to apply pressure all over the map. Majors gets pushed short pretty much every single round. They haven't had a response yet. But finally, he is silenced. And now, a chance for mousesports just to get 1 round on the T side at this point, Alex. Not even thinking about overtime at this stage.
Zipex, you naughty, naughty boy. What a shot that is to Carrigan. I'd love to see his reaction to that, because he certainly would not have made any secret of his disbelief. Now the frags are coming in for Mouse. Frags presented. dupreeh walking into the crosshairs of Woxic, and now they walk straight on into the site. Zipex, he's already hit 1 wonderful shot, but that will be all to report for round 24. Just Device remaining, and so mousesports, their 3rd plant of this half. It will be the first of many tests, though, as they defend map point. I will correct myself, of course. Dust 2 is where Astralis would have to succeed.
I think both teams need a bit of a reset after what we've seen so far. A 15-minute break. We'll have to recalibrate, work out what the issues are. Astralis seem like they're much better on the CT side. This has revitalized them. It seems like they've got their confidence back. We're starting to see some of those pushes from Majors. He's hitting his shots now. He knows he's overwhelming the T side. They're not sitting back tentatively anymore.
Astralis and CT side lockouts, we've seen a fair share of them. Just when they get into that mode, everything does seem to flow. They've got plenty of cash to splash. Same goes for mousesports. Frag from Chris J, but that was pretty much Woxic's confirm. Bang. What a ridiculous shot that was. Yeah.
Is that enough?
All right, man.
He's just like, look, guys, we could go for overtime, but you know what? Like,
he's going to be disheartened, no doubt. Aggressive from Device. Around the smoke to play around. He's been having this duel with Woxic, one side and the other. He's expecting the push to come in, but Woxic does draw the fire. Flashbang of his own design. Sacrifice some close quarters AWPing, but with that door gone, Device has to be a little fearful for Chris J. Carrigan, same spot, not the same result. He lives on, a missed shot from Device. He's not going to be able to get a safe exit here. I'm not so sure. Woxic just towards the party position.
He needs some backup, that's for sure. Carrigan waits patiently and fall back towards T-spawn with the bomb. It looks like a B finish to me. Frozen trying to show some presence at end. He's found dupreeh. He had his nade out originally. Had to reposition after spotting him. Couldn't find the shot. Early advantage now for mousesports. We need to play a perfect game from this point. It all starts here, making their way in towards B. It's Majors to block them off. He's got 18 kills to his name. Looking to add a couple more to his tally. They've actually got the advantage now. Can they close things out here? It looks very good. The bomb goes down. Device will have to go for a quick scope here as Frozen walks past. Not the knife, no. Not like this. No, Device. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. He has. And we're going to a 3-on-2. What is he up to there?
That really could come back to haunt them. Woxic looking to find a way into the site. It will not be easy. Device, his palms are sweaty, and Woxic hits the flick. 1, now 2 steps in the right direction. Still a very tall order. With 15 seconds, they have to get across the scope of Glaive. What's the play? A frozen flash, a smoke even better. 10 seconds, they get across. A shot into Zipex! 8 seconds, he's gonna punch in the digits. Glaive gets the first. He's so damn low. The in-game leader could finish it right here with a bullet from his silenced pistol. Frozen maneuvers around the smoke. It's something to play around. Tagging up Glaive. Another bullet would do. Down he goes. Finally through the smoke. But what is this? Okay, clip it. That whole round is a perfect microcosm of this entire series so far.
You're so right. I don't know what the hell is going on here today. Something in the water here in Odense. Device going for the knife kill. It almost cost them the round, but it's Glaive to close things out in the 1 versus 1. They're starting to look themselves again, Alex. Things are starting to heat up. We've got Dust 2 coming up next, one of the most exciting maps to spectate. Hopefully, both teams will learn their lesson now, and we're going to have an exciting finish to what was promised to be an excellent series. We will see you after this break for what should be an epic affair.